What's up, Dragon Brood? So today we're going to get to play with some cards you don't normally get to play with. And I want to make sure I give credit to the person who created this deck, or at least played it. The deck list comes to us from one of the Star City Games satellite events, I think is what they're calling it, for their online stuff. And it's from a player named Charles Birdsong. So if you're watching, Charles, thank you for putting this together. This is an excuse for us to get to play with Forsaken Monument and Lithoform Engine, which I've been looking for a deck that plays those. So it's very cool to see this pop up. You're saving me some work. As usual though, before we get into this deck, please remember to like this video, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and help me out right now while we're having issues with, you know, the whole YouTube wage stuff thing. If you can do those little things, that'll help me out quite a bit. Also remember to share this video with people to help us get more views on it, because more actual views are views that become harder for YouTube to not pay us for. But that being said, let's go hop in and take a look at this mono black artifact control thing. Okay, so here's our usual suspects at the top of this list with 4 Bloodchief's Thirst. Still the best removal card you can play. It's good early, it's good late. Can't really complain about it too much. We have 4 Duress, 3 Heartless Act, 4 Maze Mind Tome, 1 Grim Tutor. No idea how important this is or how good it is, but hey, they played it, so I'm going to play it. 4 Extinction Event, 1 Lithoform Engine, 4 Solemn Simulacrum, 2 Clackbridge Troll, 2 Forsaken Monument, 2 Massacre Worm, 4 Ugin the Spirit Dragon, 2 Castle Lockthwain, 10 Swamp, 4 Crawling Barrens, which I really like in a control list like this, 4 Field of Ruin, 1 Labyrinth of Scophos, and 4 Radiant Fountain. So, you know, what this deck is trying to do is really just take its time, either kill you with something like Crawling Barrens, you know, control the game, kill you with Ugin. It can even just, you know, sweep the board and kill some stuff with Massacre Worm. The fun thing, though, is you do have this Lithoform Engine hanging out. And this can let you really duplicate all kinds of effects, right? Like, do you want to kill 2 things, right? Can we do that with the Lithoform Engine? Copy target Enzer and Sorcerer. Yeah, so we can go ahead and make them discard 2 cards, kill 2 things, maybe scry twice or draw 2 cards, you know, go search for 2 lands or draw 2. Like, there's so many things you can do with the Lithoform Engine. Honestly, I don't know how the deck's going to play out yet. I would almost say I'm more likely to want a second Lithoform Engine and 1 less Forsaken Monument, but maybe I'm completely wrong and, you know, they had success. I haven't yet. Let's see what it adds up to in the end, really. But let's go hop into the arena and see what happens. Oh boy, this feels really bad. This is sort of one of the concerns I had. Though we do have a lot of land, we do have a lot of just like 4 and 5 mana thing, or 4 mana plus things. So I'm going to toss that. That might be a mistake. But I think we're going to keep this. Hope we draw something good off the top. I think we're going to put the Ugin back though. We have so many things where 4 mana could be useful that I don't want to risk not having it. Oh, great. Well, we know what we're up against. Oh, that's gonna hurt. Now, this player that played this, looking at the record, they did do well against the Gruul list. I believe they were either 2-1 or 3-1 against Gruul lists throughout their event. So that is a plus for this for sure. All right. All right, they can have their card. Question is just, you know what? We're not. I'm just going to save ourselves a life. I was tempted to kill the Innkeeper, just take 3 here. Keep them from attacking with the Lovestruck Beast, but this felt okay. Alright, let's see how bad it is. We could just get Embercleave to death here. Alright, not gonna happen. Alright, Mammoth. I mean, we're gonna get hit for 6. This ain't nothing. I mean, they're representing lethal right now. And that helps a lot. A lot, a lot. Can't Lithoform Engine yet. I mean, we could. It's just not very effective. All right, they're just passing. I guess we just kill the Lovestruck beast. I mean, there's a chance, like, pre-combat, I could have killed the Edgewall Innkeeper. You know, that's definitely a thing, but I think this is mostly fine. I mean, again, we're back to the opponent having lethal plus on the board. Oh, that duress is not... Oh, we drew the other duress, too. That's bad for us. Yeah, that's not going to cut it. We could have got 2 life, which could have helped. But GG's. We'll keep this. Seems like a gamble worth taking. Oh, we're having no problem drawing duresses, are we? Alright, I guess we'll take a Great Hinge. That's actually not a bad hand to be up against. I mean, it does mean that our extinction event's going to be a lot less impactful, but that's kind of okay, all things considered. Alright, this works. Let's go ahead and gain 2. Let's actually duress again, just so I can make sure, see what that last card is. Alright, it's a Brushfire Elemental. So they don't have lands in hand yet. There's a Klothys. That's going to be annoying. We can possibly survive that, though. I'm going to go ahead and kill the Mammoth. It saves us some damage. Maze Mind Tome is pretty nice here as well. And there's a chance they're just going to play their other Brushfire Elemental. And then we can Extinction Event, get a 2-fer. Alright, did they find a land? They did not find a land. Interesting. And they're also choosing not to play an Innkeeper. 2, 4, 6. I was trying to see if there's any way I could get them to play a Klothys or get Klothys live, but that feels like a dangerous game to be caught up playing. I think I'm gonna go ahead and just play this. Let's call it even. And I think we'll just pass. Right, opponent. Had another Brushfire Elemental. Okay. Sure. Can't draw a card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nope. And then, of course, I'll draw Ugin next and be, like, short a card soon. Alright, we'll go ahead and kill that. We're going to play another Maze Mind Tome. And then we'll pass. And then we're going to start loading up cards, I think, or tokens on this Crawling Barrens. I think it's going to be our plan. Because at some point, we're just going to have to try to start ending the game, or we're eventually going to die to Klothys. Though the Maze Mind Tomes do buy us sometime. The opponent absolutely does not want to give us a card. Yeah, I guess I'll take another Maze. Well, yeah, I'll take another Maze Mind Tome. That's fine. That lets us survive Clothis a bit longer. We just won't draw a card. We'll just be cycling. Actually, you know what? No, I'm not yet. Because I was like, there's a chance they could have had a Bone Crusher Giant, and we're just waiting till they could have this turn to be like Innkeeper and Bone Crusher. But they didn't Bone Crusher at the end of turn, so they probably didn't. But just a thought. Things I think about sometimes. Didn't want to put the 2 counters, try to attack, and then lose it to a Bone Crusher. Thought that would feel really bad. So let's put counters on this. We will decline to turn it into a creature. We will scry a card. Yes. We will leave that on top. Mostly, I'm going to do this anyway, though I'm going to leave the card on, just because I don't know what our situation is going to look like moving forward, dealing with this Clothis and whatnot. And just want to make sure we have some options to gain some life sooner rather than later. Alright, so we're going to put 2 more counters on here. We will take action. Attack for 4. Alright. I mean, at this rate, they're going to run out of things to get rid of in their yards. Oh, they have 3 more things. So they have stuff. Alright, finally, here come the Innkeepers. Going to try to get some value off of them, I guess. Finally got a Bone Crusher. Oh, Rimrock Knight. Okay, sure. I mean, this still may be worth it for him. I don't know. Let's scry with one of these. Yeah, and we'll just draw that. That'll work. Alright, so what do we want to do with this mana? We can pay 4, get a land, draw a card. Or get a land. Then, let's see, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 9. So I'm end up with 1 spare. Definitely going to do this for odd and get rid of these Innkeepers. That's a given. Alright, so let's just do this here. We're not going to be attacking on this turn, doesn't look like. Alright. Hope we don't get Embercleave to Oblivion. Man, where's an Ugin or something? Or, well, now we do need an Ugin. I can say, or the Grim Tutor would have been nice to show up right about now. Alright. Go ahead and scry. See if it's anything we want. Alright, we don't want any more land at the... I mean, I guess we kind of want land, but it's not really what we're aiming for. Alright, there we go. That just took a while to get there. We'd have to -9 to get rid of the Great Hinge, though, which we're not going to do. So let's just go -3. Yeah, let's just -3. Actually, do we even need to minus? What if we just go up to 9? And then we can work our way toward getting rid of this Great Hinge next turn. I kind of like that idea. Let's see what happens. We'll slow down some of the insanity.
Consider this a warning.
All right. All right, that means they didn't get... I mean, we got dealt with most of their stuff, though. Elementals and whatnot. A couple of mammoths already. Because at this rate, I was going to say, I might even wait one more turn. Oh, this is what I get for waiting. Punishment incoming. Opponent should attack with that Rimrock Knight. Yeah, I was going to say, that is definitely the wrong thing if you're going to not attack. Let's draw a card. Oh, that's cute. All right, I'm game. Then we get another card. Take action. Okay, this isn't too bad. Let's see. All right. Let's see what happens here.
Endings are inevitable.
I mean, whatever they do, they make Clothis live here for sure. So we're going to hit for at least 10, even if they don't have a creature in hand. Well, they have to have something. Which probably is creature and a card. If it's just land... It was just land. Oh, man. That was unexpected. I mean, we can almost just block a Clothis now. If it were to come in with the Embercleave. But at this point, that's still only 10. So, I mean... They get something with haste. It could be 10, 11. We draw a card, possibly kill a thing. Yeah, we got to do it. I mean, we could put 2 more counters on it, right? And still draw a card. 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, that's a little crazy. What if we go colorless, colorless, black, black? Yeah, this still leaves us mana. All right. And maybe I should have went for 2 more. We'll see. Oh, beat opponent with both of those out. Oh boy, my first thought is we definitely can't keep this. Yeah, we can't. We can't. The 2 Massacre Worms are kind of gumming it up. One of them I think I would have been willing to keep. Not both of them. Unfortunately, we're going to send the Lithoform Engine away. All right, Goose. Go ahead and put this in tapped. I'm playing Parcel Beast. Okay. And not attacking. Like, this is interesting. Not sure what's going on here, but all right. Well, hopefully these removal cards are going to be pretty good here. All right, Great Horn, sure. So all I'm looking for here is a Heartless Act. We're solid gold, right? You are not a Heartless Act. You're not even a swamp to help us. Yeah, that's not cool. Alright, we'll pass. Hopefully this doesn't get too disastrous on this turn. Because this could be... Yeah. This is probably going to be a big Steric's turn, which sucks. Unless everything that comes up is odd cost. Nope, it's another Great Horn. Okay. I mean, even cost, I guess, not odd. But regardless, it's a Great Horn anyway. And another Parcel Beast. All right, they're just going to get all the lands out of their deck. Probably a smart move, honestly. I still see a few people playing these Simic Mutate decks, but I've had some luck with Mutate decks. Like y'all saw the Gruul one, which was really cool. But I have not had much luck with the Simic versions, believe it or not. I kind of want to just use this for efficiency's sake, but I don't think there's many things we're going to be able to hit with these anyway. So yeah, let's just kicker it up. See what happens. They've already pulled a lot of land out of their deck, though. So they are probably going to draw live more often than not here, sitting with 11 lands already in play. Well, I guess it's 10 lands. All right, that's some good news. Do we even want the Crawling Barrens? I feel like no. We have access to 6 land already. I don't think it's what we're in the market for. We will gain some life, because that probably can't hurt. I say probably, because I have no idea. It might hurt a lot. Then we'll just pass. Our plan here is just play the slow control removal role now. The Heron, alright. Question is, do we want a card, or do we want to put tokens on our Crawling Barrens? And I feel like, you know what? I think we just want a card. I think we want a card. I was thinking I was going to put the counters on the Crawling Barrens, but I changed my mind at the last minute. Ooh. Now this is getting kind of saucy. Hold on now. So we can... Oh, that's also good. Oh, so many things we can do here. Now, see, this is interesting because whenever you tap a permanent for colorless, you get an additional one. And knowing this is double black, like this does set up some situations where we could maybe play this and still cast Extinction Event to get rid of all their O1s. So there's some tricky little stuff here that we can do. But I'm going to start by just doing this. I don't want to use the other Blood Chief's Thirst just yet because I don't know what the opponent's totally setting up for. This is odd. Sure. They were slow about passing the turn, so I wasn't sure what card they had. Yeah, that was it. I don't think you can keep any opener with 2 Ugin. I mean, maybe you could, but not this one. Alright, this will keep. Scrap the Field of Ruin. I can't really honestly think of how many setups or how many things I'm worried about having Field of Ruin against, if we're being 100% honest. I mean, it's cool. It produces colorless. It works with a couple things in the deck. Yada yada. I have no problem with all that. I just don't feel like it's really doing a lot in the format. That's probably the only card, though, I haven't liked. Though, I mean, if you want to use it on yourself, just thin the deck or whatever, I guess that's possible. Alright. So we know this Maze Mine Tome is probably not going to live very long. Yeah, we gotta scrap that. Really looking for Extinction Event at this point. I think it's gonna be the best thing we can find. Because Extinction Event will let me get both of these Eidolons and this Apparition, which is about to come down. And would still leave us with a 2/2. So I like that. Though in the short term, I would just take a removal card so we could kill the apparition. And then maybe get a tricky block on one of these 1/2s. Alright. Yeah. I'm not sure what else to do with this card here at this stage. Alright. We'll just straight up draw this turn. Unless they have another apparition. I mean, we're going to draw anyway, but... Another apparition means we definitely want an extinction event. Leave ourselves some action. They're playing a Bonder's Enclave. That is peculiar. What are they playing that would make an Enclave good here? Because I don't even know. I'm genuinely like, what would they want a Bonder's Enclave for? I mean, maybe they're playing something like Nightmare Shepherd or whatever that thing is. Oh gosh, they didn't even tap my creature down. Oh, this can't be good. Oh boy, what's about to happen to us? They're giving them the 0-1s backfire? Do they just need sacrifice fodder for something? I have so many questions right now and I don't know the answers. I definitely do not know the answers. Or maybe they just have an easy way to deal with their troll and they... Well, but even then... Well, I don't know. Maybe you figure it's worth the hit. Alright, apparition. And then we'll go ahead and gain our life. Though it was extremely tempting to put that... Let it be put under an apparition. So we could get it back later. Alright, deadweight their own thing to draw some cards. Makes sense. Alright, so that's a quality play. Sure. Damage up. Alright, let's go, opponent. There it goes. Let's see. We can kill a thing and still draw cards, so I like that. They could attack for 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that doesn't do any real threatening damage. Plus, again, we can kill an apparition and block a thing, so that's not too bad. Ooh. Okay. Now we're talking. Alright. So we just do this for odd. They can get this back, and then we can kill it with the Heartless Act. Though odd does get rid of our Blackbridge Troll, but that may just be the cost of doing business here. Yeah, I think so. And then we're still only 2 turns away from possibly getting this Ugin into play. Alright, Alseed, sure. That's going to be more of a problem when we're trying to kill this token that they're going to get. All that glitters. I don't like that. Not at all. Okay. The question is, do they have a Luris? Because at some point... I'm just not going to block. No block. I'm just going to let it through. I'm going to try to hold on to this Heartless Act for a little bit. Alright. There was a chance they would try to play a Luris there, and I would have rather just killed that. Now I'm kind of thinking, like, if we kill the All-Seed, this becomes small enough. Next turn, if we don't get anything, we draw a card. Force them to try to get stuff out of the yard. But if that's like an Agadeem's Awakening, even then, though, they get the Archfiend or the All-Seed, so I don't mind that either. Alright. Killing the All-Seed also makes the All That Glitters smaller. I'm just going to go ahead and draw now, see if it's something useful for us. Not really what we're looking for. Alright. Let's see what the opponent wants to do here. Now I kind of get the Bonder's Enclave, though, right? If they get something big with all that glitters, then it kind of makes sense. Alright, there's a Mire's Grasp. Alright, well, it looks like Ugin's going to get things done here if we draw a land. Oh, and there you go. And here, I'm not even going to bother minusing. I'm just going to pick off their creatures. Because we can sit behind our Solemn, draw a card next turn, kill something with Ugin. Like, don't have to be in a big hurry. Yep, Ugin's going to take that whole one from that little goat we gave them. Alright, yeah, now we're all set up. Don't think we're going to be able to lose from here.
I will destroy if
I mean, 'cause now we can start loading up a Crawling Barrens. I don't even need to go for the extra cards at this stage. We're going to go ahead and shoot the opponent for 3 so we don't forget. We're going to go ahead and put counters on this. We're going to put more counters on this. And then we're going to attack. And I think that's all she wrote. Because we can remove whatever they put in the way. Plus, we're going to have at least a 10-10 on the ground. Even if they get rid of Ugin. So yeah, I think that's going to do it. That's alright. Opponent may have either had an inconvenient rope or a salt rope. Either way, we only have to wait like an extra minute or so. So, you know, maybe 2 minutes. We'll let that go. If I had tea, I would sip my tea right now. But all I have is this water. However, if you would like to sip some tea while your opponent's salt rope, you can go to our merchandise link in the description down below and get yourself a handy PowrDragn mug. There you go. But I guess we're going to just sit here through the opponent's salt roping. So be it. Hey, to be fair, it could be anything though, right? Who knows? Like, their dog just pooped on their lap. You know, their cat jumped off and scratched their leg. Baby's crying in the next room. I don't know, maybe something really crazy, like a home intruder. Like, you don't want to wish that on anybody. You know, could be a wild time. But yeah, I know some people get upset whenever they're like, oh, how come every time I'm about to win, my opponent ropes and blah, blah. I've had it happen on, like, you know, turn 6 or 7, where it's the game's still in question. So I don't ever assume. I mean, yeah, this case it probably is, but whatevs. Not a big deal. Still going to win either way. I mean, it's no different than if my opponent would have drawn something to draw the game out for a turn or two, you know? Alright, juice this up. And go to attacks. That's it. Oh, so this deck put me in an interesting spot. I am not sure how I feel about it. Like, obviously, it can win games, right? It's got the right cards to get you there against a variety of things, which is very nice. Yeah, like I said, I think I want, and it sounds weird because I get what they're trying to do with the list, but I think personally, I would rather have an extra Lithoform Engine and one less of the other thing, the 5-mana artifact, right? The Monument. Mostly because I feel like the benefit I get from the Monument, if I were to play the Monument, which I didn't get it into play at all, I kept either putting it toward the bottom of the library or just not casting it, you know, when I had the scry opportunities. But there were a lot of situations where I could see if I had a Lithoform Engine where it's like, oh man, I could draw 2 cards from the Maze Mind Tome, or I could kill 2 creatures here, or whatever, right? And that feels better than just Well, I could tap these lands for extra mana and do these two things. Like, the things I'm doing aren't that big, right? It could let you play an Ugin a turn early, which is pretty sweet, right? That's nothing wrong with that. But I think the other things that let you do are kind of small because you don't get to, like, you have one artifact creature, right? So it's just like, well, I guess it's colorless creatures. So, I mean, I guess technically your man lands would get a bonus from that, I guess, from your Crawling Barrens. But you can already make your Crawling Barrens big. So, I don't know. Or you could activate Crawling Barrens and use the other ability to trigger, copy a triggered ability or activated ability. So that would still be cheaper. So, I don't know. There is the case of the Lithoform Engine being legendary, so that's the thing to think about. But the deck itself overall did perform well, so I don't have any major complaints there. If you're into the mono black control, I know my other mono black control list was popular for people, so if you haven't checked this one out, give it a go. I think you'll enjoy it. And remember, if you haven't, please like this video, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and share this video around to help us get more live views with people commenting and whatnot, so we can say, hey, look, YouTube, these are real people, and people are sharing my video, and new eyeballs are coming to it. Pay me. Yeah, also remember, you can get this deck list. You can follow me on Twitter. You can follow me on Twitch. You can join our Discord. And like I said, get merchandise. All those things are down in the description down below. But that's all I have for you for now. We will see you next time.